Hi there, it's December the 14th, and we're continuing our journey through John's Revelation, the revelation of Jesus Christ, and we're in chapter 5, reading from verses 1 through to verse 17. So in chapter 4, John described the situation in the presence of God, where there is the angels, the creatures, the elders all worshipping God. But here at the beginning of chapter 5, he sees in the midst of the throne a scroll, or a book, and this scroll is sealed. It's totally bound up with 7 seals, a number of perfection, again the number of God. And there seems to be a process by which this scroll needs to be opened, but there is distress in the presence of God because no one is found worthy to open the seals. And John cries, he's weeping because there's no one to make sense of this whole story. There's no one to complete the story, as it were. And then an angel tells him not to cry because there is one, and he is the Lion of the tribe of Judah. He is worthy to open the seals. So one who comes out of the story, as it were, the tribe of Judah, from the tribe Judah, of course, the one who rescues Benjamin, the one back in the story of the coming out of going into Egypt, rather, who is one of the sons of Israel. It's a descendant of his, and it's the Lion of the tribe of Judah, this powerful being, this one who is the head, this powerful being. And so John looks, he says, into the throne, and all he sees is not a lion, but he sees a slaughtered lamb. A lamb as if it's been slain, he says, and it has 7 eyes and 7 horns, and this is again representative of the divine nature of the lamb. It's very important to establish here, John sees this as part of God's being. John sees the lamb as part of the essence of who God is. And it's declared that the Lamb is worthy to open the seals, and he takes the scroll and he opens them, and really the opening of the seals is the beginning of the unfolding of the new age, of the age of resurrection, of the age of life. And therefore there's amazing worship in heaven. This chapter is full, like so much of Revelation, is full of worship and honor. And so first of all, the living creatures and the elders cry out, "Worthy is the Lamb to take the book and to open its seals, for he was slain, and by his blood he's ransomed men for God from every tribe and tongue and nation." And there's this fantastic worship song that goes up from the elders and from the creatures. And then there's a joining in of all of the angels, and this song is swelled by the voices of thousands and thousands and millions of angels, and the living creatures are joining in, and the elders, and there's just this huge song in heaven that says, "Worthy is the Lamb to receive glory and honor and power and wisdom and strength," and all of these things that are ascribed to him, and because he's been slain, because he has paid the ransom, because he has opened the books. And then every creature under heaven and on earth, it's the whole of creation now is involved at the end of chapter 5. To the one who sits on the throne and to the Lamb be glory and honor and blessing and power. Now this is important because again, this is worship being ascribed not just to God but also to the Lamb. So John is clear that this Lamb is within the heart of God, within the being of God. And everyone is falling down. Falling down, of course, is a sign of worship. The Hebrew word for worship is to prostrate, to bow down, nishtachaveh, to bow down before the Lord. And therefore that's what they're doing, they're bowing down, and there's just this amazing picture of worship in heaven. Worship is such a key part of the life of a believer in Messiah Jesus. Worship is our heart responding, is our love being given to Father, to Jesus, to the Spirit. And it's an atmosphere in which we live. In fact, just as we've been given an atmosphere in which to breathe and in which sound travels, so we are given the atmosphere of the Holy Spirit in which to worship. So let us take the opportunity again and again, every day, to be letting our hearts flow in love, adoration and honour, just as we see here in the presence of God in Revelation 5 to him. Have a very good December the 14th.